Now, if you aren't Australian, you probably don't know who this guy
You're
is.
so fucking
But for
boring now,
Aussies,
it's unbelievable.
no other animal strikes fear into the heart quite
Boss,
like
I just
the
bopped a
magpie.
disabled kid and took his money.
Whoa.
This is what I got from him. GGX gang bang walla walla ting tang.
Okay, guys, can we stop bopping? Okay, apparently you've all suddenly committed crime in the last 10 seconds when that guy first mentioned that. So you've all suddenly committed crimes and you're all suddenly reporting them at the same time. Good one, dude. You got exposed as fake crimes, dude.
The magpie is a very
It's
intelligent
not real, chap.
bird. So intelligent, it has always beat me in Scrabble.
No, yeah.
It is also very observant and watches all the horrible things us humans do throughout the year. And then, in September, the cunning magpie decides it's had enough of our shit and that it's going to get revenge.
It's normally a sure sign that spring has well and truly sprung. Magpies swooping pedestrians and bike riders on the streets of Sydney.
Its revenge is so brutal that it makes primetime news. No other animal systematically attacks and torments people like the magpie.
What?
It doesn't matter whether you are a
fucking
90-year-old
attacks you.
woman returning home from your weekly bingo game or a schoolboy walking home, the magpie will chase you for a kilometre, shit on your new shirt, and make sure you don't leave your house until October.
Mate, this is why you don't go to Australia, because everything tries to kill you. You go to Australia, mate. You go to Australia, you have to watch to even shit, just in case a snake bites your bollocks. Mate, it's not a fun place to live. Yo, Heart Machine broke, thank you for the 9 months, mate. Thank you. You go swimming and you gotta watch out for a shark. You go outside, you gotta watch out for a crocodile. You go to the pub, you gotta watch out for a fucking local kangaroo who's bopped about 3 heads before getting to you. Go on, mate.
Now it's unbelievable. Like,
Hey boss, that donation reminded me that I was a die-hard gang member. I went outside my apartment for the first time in 2 years. There was an old lady in the hall. Anyway, you know the rest, here's your cut. Walla walla bing bang GGX
If
gang.
more animals behave like the
Why does it sound like a
magpie, the world
GGX gang?
would probably be a better place.
20 months! Thank you, Ninja. Thank you, mate. Ninja for the... What the fuck? They call like dinosaurs.
To my surprise, a month before September, I noticed that we had a friendly gang of magpies hanging around in our yard, and I conceived a wild idea. If I could befriend the magpies before they turn their backs on me, or even train them, then I could avoid a month of fear and embarrassment, and I might be able to harness their infamy. If everyone fears the magpie, and I control the magpies, then everyone would fear me.
True!
Now, I don't really have the greatest plan, but I reckon...
Oh my god! Oh my god, he's gonna make a magpie army! Oh my god!
Conceived a wild idea. If I could befriend the magpies before they turn their backs on me, or even train them, then I could avoid a month of fear and embarrassment, and I might be able to harness their infamy. If everyone fears the magpie, and I control the magpies, then everyone would fear me. Now, I don't really have the greatest plan, but I reckon that if I seduce the magpie with a wide range of bread, and I ring this bell every time it eats, I can get it to associate this annoying noise with myself, food, and happiness.
Oh! Well, shit, okay.
I already know it works on humans. At first, it was tough. The magpies didn't really want anything to do with me or the bell, but when I persisted, I noticed that one of them, this little maverick, let's call him Zuko, was pretty comfortable, so I figured I would target him with the sourdough bread.
Ah, did you bait him in?
At first, Zuko was really scared of me and the bell, and really didn't want to get in reach of me.
Come on, mate, get it, mate.
Or eat his bread anywhere near me. But after trying a couple of times, he was more comfortable.
Oh,
and started
friends!
to trust me a bit more.
Friends!
Every morning, he would just be chilling out, waiting outside the door for his feed.
Oh. I'd love to have a friend like that, wouldn't you? That you fed every morning.
Although his mates, let's call them the T-Birds, still didn't trust me.
Yeah, well, they don't get snackies then if you don't fucking trust. Then fuck off, mate. No snackies for you.
I really wish I could speak bird, although he is probably telling me to stop fucking ringing this bell. Eventually, Zuko started hanging around a lot more.
What the fuck? Okay, that's kind of creepy, dude. That's kind of.
And one of his mates started to trust me as well.
Oh, 2! Peepo hug!
And I reckon I had got them to associate me with bread, but I wasn't sure about the bell. They really seemed to still hate it.
Try clicking. What the fuck?
Wait, guys, chill out. I'll give you all bread, okay?
I felt a bit bad about creating a bit of conflict in the group, and then I remembered they're birds. Word must have spread around that some idiot was giving out free bread, and some other boys decided to crash the party.
Oh, cool!
I have no idea
Parrots!
why the magpies just run away from the smaller lorikeets.
Dude, that's so cool.
They would
That is
definitely
so
beat them
cool
in a
how they
fight.
have birds like that.
Although maybe
Sorry,
it's because I hop around like freaks, or maybe the hierarchy of beauty applies to the animal kingdom as well, and they just make room for the prettier animals. Regardless, they all seem to hate the bell. Eventually, I had every bird in the neighbourhood hanging around in my yard, chilling around for a free
feed. It
feed.
gets too far after that.
And the lorikeets were still the top dogs.
They're shitting everywhere. They're shitting everywhere, dude.
And the
they are
magpies
literally.
had to
They are,
resort to some
mate. They are
sneaky
soiling your
tactics,
fucking.
aided by myself to get some food.
Do it.
Fuck that. It's not worth the shit and the mess to have those birds there.
And even though I had enough bread for all the birds, an all-out gang war broke out, with my love and bread at the centre.
He should trap them and destroy them.
More birds rocked
I'm so
up,
sorry,
and there was
Trevor.
an obvious pecking order in the bird kingdom, in which the magpies were at the bottom, followed by the beautiful but dumber lorikeets, who flashed their colours in order to get a free feed.
So beautiful.
Then,
Whoa,
the kookaburra. It gets on
kookaburras.
everyone's good side by laughing at everything you have to say.
I want
Wait, what are
one
you
of
laughing
those.
about?
And finally, the giant fucking king of the birds, the
Oh,
crested cockatoo.
whoa.
It seems as though the magpie had lost the fight for bread, but I realised they had one thing on their side, their intelligence.
Back on the menu, boys.
Out of all the birds that were in my yard, they were the only bird that learnt that me ringing this annoying bell meant the dinner was served, and they were first to eat every single time.
Oh, that's so cool.
You know, I never managed to
Oh
train them
my
to attack
God!
or to ride them like a scene from Lord of the Rings. But I did learn a couple of things. Firstly, you really don't need a vacuum cleaner when you have a magpie around.
True.
Dude,
Oh,
I know, like...
he's in the fucking house, dude.
I really don't think you should be
He's in the house.
in my house. Although you are eating scraps on the floor, actually, this is a great idea.
And the reason they swoop everybody is because you give all your fucking bread to the prettier birds.
Oh,
You know,
whoa.
I kept my magpies
Whoa.
nice and full,
Fight.
and they didn't swoop me once in the month of September. If
That-
you liked that video, subscribe.
I did,
And
no.
share it around.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think I
you
will.
finally have-
No, I don't think I... What's this frog one? I love frogs.
How you going? Recently, I came face to face with the biggest ethical decision of my life. And no, it isn't whether I should tell my friend that it is I that is putting pasta in his shoes,
Ugh.
but the decision on which animal is the rightful homeowner of my pond.
Oh, I love ponds. I want to get a pond one day. If I ever get a house, ponds are beautiful. If you've ever had a pond with frogs running around and crickets, quack, 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 it's so nice. Go on, mate.
Gimme.
Oh, somebody subbed. Dude, the Greekgodx needs to stop making smoke, dude. Yo, thank you so much.
Fuck it, you're so
Rusty.
fucking boring now. It's unbelievable.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Go on, Maddie, mate. What's up, boys?
Australian and animals aren't the scariest creatures that live here. It's really the panty sniffers you need to look at.
Fuck it, you're so fucking boring now. It's unbelievable. Bye.
Gigantopithecus, the largest ape to ever walk the earth. The biggest.
Okay. You can fuck yourself too, honestly. I don't want to hear that
I
either.
love you, Greckler, but this content is so boring. I tried to double tap.
Okay, every single one of you actually trigger F words. You all want to see me lose my
Hey
shit.
boss, I have a formal complaint. Every day I go out here bopping old ladies for you, while yelling GGX gang Greek God taught me this wide peep happy, and yet I still get advertisements on your stream.
Oh,
Is my
fuck.
contribution not...
Okay, dude. Now that you... I've had enough of this shit, dude.
So let me give you the rundown.
I swear my
Since an
donations are
early
my
age,
only
I've
content.
always had an obsession with animals, and have always wanted a frog pond. And now that I am older, and have developed the body capable of digging a hole in the ground, I decided to make one. At first things were going pretty great. The tadpoles were happy, I was happy, the world was happy. It seemed as though I had created a harmonious, healthy ecosystem of which I could be proud of. But then, these boys showed up. Now I call them Frog Slayers 69, but they are more commonly known as Eastern Water Skinks. They are native to Australia and my garden, and there is nothing they love more than sipping mojitos, chilling by the pool, swimming in the pool, and eating my tadpoles and frogs. Now I don't want this, as I created a pond for frogs, not a luxury hedonistic all-you-can-eat buffet brothel for lizards. And I was going to have to do something about it. As I started to do some research
Guys,
into
there's
my
birds
options,
outside
I
my
realized
house
I
now.
was faced with a massive ethical conundrum on whether I, as a dude that likes frogs, should intervene and disrupt the natural circle of life. I started to look for professions that face a similar problem to mine, like workers at KFC or filmmakers, in which their work involves observing animals experience life and death. Filmmakers usually observe the environment they are in and don't intervene. They generally agree amongst themselves that they shouldn't intervene if their actions would alter the environment and ecosystem in a significant way, and many documentary makers have let animals die while staying loyal to this idea. For example, during the filming of Planet Earth 2, David Attenborough and his crew chose not to intervene when a baby elephant was dying from thirst.
Okay.
And I have to tell you, I haven't cried that hard since Godzilla died.
You can't intervene in nature, that's true. That is true.
David Attenborough responded to criticisms by saying this was a natural cause of events, and intervening would actually make things far worse by responding than not, adding that it was very important to simply observe. This seems like a very brutal stance, and I thought maybe they follow this moral high ground, as watching animals get eaten and dying makes for more interesting TV. Following this same logic, I shouldn't intervene in the environment by removing the lizards, as I would be taking sides. I'd be creating a subjective battle of good versus evil. Frogs versus lizards. Jedi versus the Empire. Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. My mum versus my dad. By choosing to save the frogs, I'll be placing a higher value on their life than the lizards, when in fact both these animals deserve to live equally. I guess I need to understand that predators and prey have a complex relationship that has existed a lot longer than society's ethics, and I have no right to play God and intervene in nature, arranging it in a way that appeals to me. But then again, the circumstances I am faced with are not exactly the same as the filmmakers, as firstly, my name isn't David, and secondly, I made the pond in the first place, so I'm not dealing with a natural event, but dude made ones. After doing some further research, I found out that there was another time that during the filming of Planet Earth 2, David and his crew actually chose to intervene and save the lives of some baby sea turtles that were seduced by the lights of the city and were waddling towards a busy highway instead of the ocean. Their reasoning for this was that as the problem that animals were experiencing was man-made, they felt it appropriate to step in.
True.
So this is where the filmmakers draw the line. Or David and his crew just hate elephants. As my pond is man-made, it is probably ethical for me to intervene and take the steps to try and save my little froggos without harming the lizards.
Oh, those lizards are so cute.
I started considering trapping and relocating the lizards, but I came to the realization that I kind of developed a crush on the lizards. Like, how can you not? They're so scaly and bold.
True,
and that
they're
I
so
didn't
cute.
really want my pond to be absent of them. At the moment, the lizards literally sit on the edge of the pond and wait for movement, and then they leap forward and eat the frogs. It's kind of like shooting tadpoles in a barrel. So I thought I'd find a way to kind of tip the scales in the favour of the frogs. At first I thought maybe I could distract the lizards with a sexy lizard. Like, how can they resist?
Oh god,
and I thought the lizards would be
We're
so
banned,
bored
boys.
they wouldn't
We're
possibly
fucking
be able to
banned.
think of feeding food. But that didn't really work.
Wait, where's the lizard poster gone? Wait, where's my sexy lizard poster? Wait, what is that? What are you doing? Oh, you dickhead.
You dirty you fuck.
Then
Okay.
I thought I could create something that would disturb the water surface, as the lizards seem to hunt by movement. So, all I did was install this pump which causes the water to flow and disrupt the surface, confusing the crap out of the lizards. And it kind of seems to be working. Like, as soon as I turn it on, the lizards run towards it, knife and fork in hand, and just sit on the edge and stare at it. So I think maybe the lizards will still be able to hunt and live in my pond, but frogs will have a fighting chance. There you go. So now I've created a man-made solution to a man-made problem. And going back to that event in which David Attenborough and his crew chose not to intervene in saving the baby elephant, if you look at the bigger picture, you could probably argue that the crisis the elephant was facing was actually man-made, as global warming and land clearing in that region would have had a massive impact on the prevalence of water. So maybe David should have sacrificed getting an interesting and tragic event on video and given that elephant some water. Or just installed some pond pumps. Your move, David.
Too far, David.
Thanks for watching. If you like that, make sure to subscribe.
You're so fucking boring now.